Welcome to, or welcome back to Cooking with Pouncy. Thank you so much for tuning into my channel, and I would really appreciate it if you guys would hit that like button if you like what you see, and subscribe to my channel. I do appreciate that, guys, and let me know what you think as well, and pass this on as you see fit. Tonight I'm going to do a adaptation of a recipe I got from a Keto Made Easy recipe book. You'll see that in the list along with the ingredients as to where I came up with this process. But anyway, and it's an adaptation from that book. I think it's very, very good. I've made this before with another method using salmon, I guess it was. And so I'm going to be using tonight shrimp with that same sauce that's absolutely scrumptious, okay? So I'm going to, again, welcome you to my channel. Please subscribe if you like it. Subscribe if you like what you see, and tell me what you think, guys. And I hope if you make this, when you do, if you decide to, for yourself and your family, that you guys will enjoy this as much as we're going to enjoy it as well. I've got 2 pounds of shrimp. I told you guys I'm ad-libbing here with this process, but anyway, I do have 2 pounds of shrimp, and these are just raw, tail on, but I peel the tails off, the very tail end of it off, guys, of the shell. And I'm going to use that entire 2-pound package of shrimp. Can't have too many shrimp, I'm just saying. Anyway, I'm going to use that 2-pound package of shrimp. I've got a pint of, these are called Butcher Boy cherry tomatoes. You can get any kind of cherry tomatoes you want. They don't have to, certainly don't have to be Butcher Boy. What I did with those, though, guys, I sliced them in half lengthwise, okay? So that's what these are. I've already sliced them using my little paring knife. And again, that's a half of a cherry tomato. I'm going to be using that entire pint. I'm also going to be, let me tell you about the shrimp again. The 2 pounds of shrimp, I marinated these shrimp just kind of on a whim. I want them to taste really good, the best I can make them taste, and I marinated them. These have actually been marinating for about 4 hours. You can actually do it overnight. I got this from a shrimp and grits recipe that I've had on my site as well. But again, that's how I marinated them. They've got some red pepper flakes on them. Excuse me, some red pepper flakes. Some seafood seasoning is on there. You can put whatever kind of seasoning you want to put on there. There's 2 tablespoons of olive oil in here. I've got about a half a teaspoon of minced garlic in here. I've got some coarse ground black pepper in here as well. I'm about done with what I've got in here, because that's about it, guys. So occasionally I would just kind of move them around like I'm doing here in the refrigerator, and just so they all get real marinated, through and through in all of them, okay? And because I've got 2 tablespoons of oil already in here, when I saute these, I put in my little fry pan here, I put a tablespoon, just a tablespoon more of oil in here to get those shrimp started. And I'm going to make them translucent. We've talked in the past on some of my videos. Please do not overcook your shrimp. I get a couple of sprigs as well of thyme in there. This is fresh thyme. I washed it. And so I'm going to put a couple of sprigs of that in that sauce as well. I'm also going to use some basil. I'll be using 2 tablespoons of, this is dried basil. I could have got fresh, I guess, but kind of an afterthought. I'm going to put some basil in there too, but I'll be using 2 tablespoons of basil in this. Again, black pepper to taste. Coarse ground is what I use. I'm going to use some regular table salt. This is regular iodized salt. You can certainly use salt of your choice as well. See, my pasta is already done. I've got linguine is my choice of pasta tonight. You can use any kind of pasta you want to use, but this is what I'm using tonight. I'm hoping it's not upside down. No, I'm going to be using this linguine tonight for my pasta. It's already done. All I did was follow the ingredients, follow the instructions on the package. I think I cooked them for about 10 minutes, just this side of al dente, and that's what you want. You don't want them mushy. So anyway, pasta's already done. I've got some heavy cream here. This is a half a pint. I think I'll be using that entire half pint. I've used less than that before, but I have no idea what to do with the rest of it, since my wife or I don't put cream in her coffee. So there you have it. I'm gonna use that entire half pint of heavy cream as well. I've got a third of a cup of shredded Parmesan cheese as well. I've got some additional shredded cheese. I think I'm going to sprinkle that over the top as a garnish, okay? I've got a package of spinach, and this is an 8-ounce package of spinach. This spinach is thoroughly washed, so I don't have to wash this spinach anymore. You guys can wash it again if you want to. Just open that package, and I'll add that to my sauce, and it'll, once it wilts, the sauce is done. Again, all right, guys, here we go. My oil is hot. It just started to smoke. And here's that 2 pounds of shrimp, and there's my pan. I think you can see that. And without touching this pan with this plastic bag, you know that would be a disaster. And we got to start it here. Don't they look good? Just kidding, they're raw. So I'm going to get those cooked. I don't know right yet how many minutes this is, but again, my objective is to make them translucent, and that's what we're after here, okay? I got it at medium high, and that's going to be just fine to get these where we want them. And I mean, they start to cook in a hurry, guys. I think you guys know that. They cook shrimp. So you got to be careful. And I'm using these 2 rubber spatulas here, or scrapers, to just kind of gingerly move them around a little bit here. And all of a sudden, they're going to be hot and they're going to be cooked. What I'm going to do after that, too, then, though, I'm going to take this entire pan, because it's oven safe, if you will, and I'm going to have my oven, and it is at 175. And while the sauce is being prepared, I'm going to stick these in the oven. They won't be cooking any longer. They'll be staying hot at that temperature, okay? And the water is starting to come out of them right now, and I got to continue to move them here. But anyway, that's what I'm going to do with the oven heat there, is to keep these hot while I do that sauce. I could put the shrimp in the sauce and cook them, but I don't want to do that. You ask me why, and I can't tell you why, but I'm not going to put the shrimp in the sauce. I think maybe because lots of water come out, and it's hard to control the density or consistency, I should say, of my sauce. So that's what I'm going to do, all right? You can do it the other way, though, I believe, certainly without any problem. Just put your shrimp right in your sauce after you make your sauce and do that stuff. You'll see that in a minute here, too. So, let's jump our cooking. I think I'm going to kick that heat up a little bit, since I'm so attentive to it and right here looking at it. So I'm going to put it on high, and it's on high now. So I'll go ahead and get these things cooked, because it really, as you guys know, cooking shrimp, it really doesn't take that long. And it doesn't take that long at all. They've been cooking now, what, 2 minutes? I think I've probably got another 3 minutes of cook time here, and that's going to be it. Oh yeah. You hear that sizzle, guys? You hear that sizzle? Now all I'm doing is tossing them so they'll get cooked on all sides, as you see here. Over here in my pan, I've got 2 tablespoons of butter. Pan right at my right elbow here. I've got 2 tablespoons of butter, and I've got a tablespoon of olive oil, and that's going to start my sauce. I'm going to put my tomatoes in there first. This is looking good, guys. Let me tell you, this is looking good. This is looking good. Yes, it is. Looking good, guys. It didn't have all that seasoning on them. You could see, and I could see more so when they get translucent. But of course, with the seasoning and stuff on them, that seafood seasoning has got a little. I think it has a little paprika in it, so they're kind of red. And these are really just about ready here now, guys. I'm telling you. A little bit more there. I saw 1 or 2 that was not quite ready. So, get those back. Again, I think we've been cooking now maybe 4 minutes, maybe. I don't think that long, actually. I didn't time it, but I'm just looking at the color. I'm going to shut my heat off now, though. I'm going to turn it off, and whatever cooking with that residual heat, that's going to finish these, and they look really, really good. If you can see that. Yes, they look really, really good. I'm done cooking these, guys. They're going to go, once again, that pan is going to go in the oven at 175, and oh, they look good. They smell so good. All right, that's what they look like, guys. Hope you can see that. They look really, really good. Anyway, they're going to go in the oven now at 175. Keep them nice and hot. And let's move this pan over here so you can see this process. I don't have that on. Let's get that back on here, guys, because it's going to go pretty quick now. I know you guys can hear that sizzle. If you don't want to burn that butter either, you got to pay attention to this. When you put that butter in there and you get that heat going, you've got to watch it, because that butter will burn, and you don't want that butter to burn, start browning on you. There you have it. All right. Now we're going to add our tomatoes. This is that pint of cherry tomatoes that I talked about a while ago. Guys, be careful when you're doing this too with this glass bowl around this metal thing here. I've seen videos where people are clinging these things against it. You don't want to do that, guys. You got a chip bowl, you got to throw your whole thing away. All right. Now, as soon as these tomatoes start to pop, the skin will start to break, actually, is what I'm saying. As soon as they start to break, it's ready for the spinach. I'll put my spinach in here. And I think about now too, because it's cooking so well, good. I'll put my aromatics in there. Get some more. There you go. My thyme in there. You guys have never worked with fresh thyme. It's amazing. The aroma is incredible. So we'll just drop that in there. And then we'll come over here with our basil. And I told you I was going to put a tablespoon in here. That's what I'm going to do. And we're going to call that a tablespoon. Okay, guys? That's a tablespoon. Smelling good, guys. I'm telling you. I'm going to slow this down now because I don't want my tomatoes to go too limp on me. They're going to get limp anyway, but I don't want them to go crazy limp on me before I get ready to slowly add my spinach. So I got it at a medium now. And it's looking good, guys. It's looking good. I'm going to shake. There's a little bit more basil in there. I called it a tablespoon, and I'm going to say, okay, yeah, that's a tablespoon for real now. Alright, guys, we're going to come with our spinach now. Tomatoes are just now starting to pop. Pop as in the skin starting to break. I took up one and show it to you here. You guys know what I mean. Anyway, that skin is getting all wrinkly. That means that the skin is now popping away from the tomato, and that flavor is getting in there too. We're going to go with our spinach now. And again, I got 8 ounces of spinach. And you talk about reducing down in a hurry. Watch this. So here's my bag of spinach, as I indicated, already thoroughly washed. And we're going to put this in here. I don't know why it's flying all over here. We're going to put this in here and let that spinach wilt. I'm saying that, guys, because I know what it's going to taste like. I'm going to put a little salt and pepper on there as soon as I get this in there. All right. I sprinkle a little pepper in there right now. I could have done this on top of the tomatoes. You can put it in whatever you want to, guys. And this is to taste, okay? It is to taste. I'm going to toss it a little bit, and then I'll put my little bit of salt on there again to taste. Watch that spinach. If you guys have never worked with this, watch how fast it goes down. And that's what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to get it to wilt, and it will. And it's starting to right now. This is some good stuff, guys. If you've never tried it, I'll tell you. It's really good. Again, this is real time, guys. My editor, which is my lovely wife, will edit this video, and hopefully she won't edit out all of what I'm doing here. But if she does, you guys will see where I started with it. You see that how fast that spinach went down? You might not be able to get the gist of what happened here, but it's really reducing down because it's wilting, and that's what we want it to do, right? Okay. My spinach is pretty much ready, wilted, as you can see there. I think you can. Yes, you can. The tomatoes are all breaking up, and that's good. I want that too. All right, guys. Now we're going to come with our cream. I'm going to put a little salt in there now. I said I was going to do it. Here we go. To taste, guys. Okay. I'm going to toss it a little bit. Because you can see this has really wilted down, and that's great. That's what we want, guys. Let me show that to you, okay? That's what it looks like, okay? And that spinach was over the top of that pan, and now it's like that, and that's great. All right, we're going to go with our cream, our pint of heavy cream. I shook it. I didn't have to tell you I shook it, but I did. So we're going to pour this in here. All right. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. I'm going to turn that around a little bit. I've got my heat on. I'm going to turn it up a little bit. Going to get it a little hotter so I can get a little heat, more heat rather. So I can go ahead and finish this. Let her just do this probably 3 minutes. Once it starts to simmer, it's starting to bubble right now, guys. I'm almost done, which I'm trying to tell you how simple this is. All right, so we're going to let that reduce down a little bit more by simmering it. I won't bore you with that part though, because it's going to do this for about 3 minutes. I'm going to shake my third of a cup of shredded Parmesan in here. I happened to look back, guys, and that's what I saw sitting on my cutting board. So that's what you want to do. You want to put that right in there too. It's good stuff, guys. I'm serious. I don't know why I keep saying that, because it is good. Yes, it is good. It is good. I'm going to taste it here just for my seasoning flavor stuff, salt and pepper. I think I'm going to put a little bit more pepper in it. Now I'm just kind of eyeballing this, guys, because I kind of know the deal in terms of spices, and you do too, because you're doing it to your taste, right? We are about at the 3 minute mark, maybe less than 3 minutes, but this is done. Okay, this is done, guys. This is done. Ooh, it smells so good. It smells so good. Now, I could actually put the shrimp back in here, but again, I told you I don't want the shrimp in here. I want them just like where they are, in the oven, staying hot. We're going to turn that down to low now, because next time you see this process, we're going to be plating this up, and we'll be ready for supper. So that's it for that. Let me hold it up so you can see it. And it really, really smells good, guys. I don't know. I can't keep saying I'm serious, but I think I'm serious. All right, guys, we're ready to do this thing. All right, we're going to plate this up, and I'm ad-libbing, guys, like I always do, okay? And these are piping hot. You can see the steam coming off of them. I'm going to stop shaking them up in mid-air there, so I'm going to twist them a little bit, guys. So I can stay right there, okay? We're going to do that same thing over here. And that's what I'm going to do here. And that's funny. You guys must think I'm kind of goofy here doing all this stuff. Let's just do that. All right. And I think that's all we need on there anyway. Yes, it is. These are piping hot because I just took them out of the microwave. And just to keep them hot, okay? All right, here we go with this marvelous, scrumptious sauce. I know that looks good, guys. I'm just telling you. Put a little bit more. Oh, that smells so good. Put a little bit over here. Let's do that same deal right here. And a little bit right here. Get that over there. All right. You get me what I'm trying to do here, guys. You don't be wanting stuff hanging all off the side like that. What is going on here? All right. These bowls are also very hot, guys. I just took them out of the oven. Again, because I heat my plates, and you guys didn't see that, but I'm telling you, they're hot. All right, that's all I need to do with that. We're going to put our shrimp on there. The handle's hot as well. All right, here we go with our shrimp. I'm telling you, the guys, that looks good. I know you know it looks good. You better tell me that in your comments, all right? And I was going to put the sauce in there first and then put the spaghetti, linguine on top of it, but hey, I wanted some kind of effect, and I told you guys I ad-lib, and that's what I'm doing here, okay? Then we got a shrimp all around there. Still got a linguine in the middle. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm telling you, this is good stuff. Smells so good. All right, I'm done saying it smells good. Isn't that pretty, guys? If you can call it pretty. I think it is. Let's put a shrimp or two right there. All right, guys, that's it. That's it. That is it. I don't know what else I can do to it except let's put a sprig of thyme here. Let's put a sprig of thyme right there. And I don't know whether that'll wreck anything or not, guys, but anyway, let's put a sprig right there too. And let's call it quits. Put a little bit of that around here, and a little bit of this here. Okay, that's it, guys. I think we're done. I think we're done. That's what it looks like. That's the finished product, guys. I think you can see it. But I'll hold them up one at a time here. That's what it looks like, guys. That is absolutely scrumptious as well, okay? So, guys, once again, thank you so much for tuning in to Cooking with Pouncy. If you like what you see, please hit that like button. And I really, 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 really would appreciate it if you'd subscribe to my channel. So we're going to enjoy this, guys, and certainly hope if you make this for yourself and your family that you guys will enjoy it as much as we're going to enjoy this meal. Thank you so much again.